morning. Nice afternoon. Hello, I'm Brian Gallagher with CodeLock, and want to talk to you a little bit about software security and what we are doing to ultimately change how software is being built around the world. So the big problem that you see within software is this balance between speed and security. Which takes priority? And historically, it's always been speed because that's been generated to revenue. But with the increase of cybercrime, things like SolarWinds and what we've seen over the last few years, security has come up and become more important with new compliance regulations that are out. So what are we doing and how are we addressing this? The problem to the solution is CodeLock, which we created. And as you heard in the intro, CodeLock is a SaaS solution focused on protecting software security at the code level, but we also give management insights into what developers are doing to include contractors and offshore development for those looking for less expensive developers offshore now, and being able to help them with compliance when it comes to some of the new standards that are coming out from government. From an intellectual property perspective and really the basis of what we're doing, we created a way to make a chain of custody between the software developer and the code that they're committing into a repo. We sit as a proxy in between the two, extremely easy to integrate and user-friendly for the developers, and we have a supporting UI that goes with that. From a market perspective, it's huge and expanding from specifically a DevSoc or DevSecOps perspective. So everybody here who invests and knows about cyber knows that cyber is up and growing. But the part of the cyber market that we're focused in on, the DevSecOps aspect of it, is growing at 3 times the rate at about a 30%, as you see. More specifically, and this will come in with competition, the part of the problem that we're solving related to the software development environment is really emerging. Gartner says that only 1 to 5% of that market has been penetrated right now, and they're looking at somewhere between 2 to 5 year plateau. So when you're looking for the return in the time frame, it's right on target. We have a product-led growth strategy, so standard SaaS model, but we look at bringing our clients on and moving them through the process and ultimately getting our software throughout their organization. From an ARR growth perspective, we have just launched our MVP and are starting to onboard clients, and we're looking at substantial growth over the next few years. Traction-wise, SolarWinds was really the catalyst for what we were doing in December of 2020. Happened to be working with the U.S. government at the time when SolarWinds occurred, and we pulled some of our team together of data scientists, blockchain analysts, and cybersecurity professionals to see how we could help solve that problem. Fast forward a couple months later, DHS actually came out with a public endorsement on what we proposed and patented, saying that we would have been effective against the SolarWinds attack in nation states like China and Russia. So that got us started into raising money. We did 2 pre-seeds. We went through Alchemist Accelerator last summer out of Silicon Valley, and we've been following what the government's been doing with upcoming mandates, like the OMB mandate that just got released here about 8 weeks ago. So from a competition perspective, I mentioned Gartner's stat where only 1 to 5% of this market is penetrated. The reason is we're focused in on an area that historically software tools or security tools didn't address. We were looking at prior to the code actually coming into the repo itself. We got a great team of people. My co-founder, Paul, is with us, and one of our other co-founders, JT Kosman, Dr. Kosman, former chief data scientist of Samsung, chief data officer at Time Inc., Ravi Bellini, one of our advisors from Alchemist Accelerator. And come talk to us, see us in the back, and we're happy to tell you about what we're doing and what we're raising and how you can participate. Thank you.